Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to our Business Spotlight series. I'm your host today, Todd Rodden. I'm a certified business and executive coach, owner of Aspire ActionCoach, based here in the Dayton, Ohio area. I have the distinct honor today to have Jane Fiehrer, owner of Sign Connection, here in the greater Dayton area, as well as her sales and marketing leader, Peyton Leet. I'm sorry, Peyton, with us as well. So they're going to share their exciting story, their lessons learned as being business owners and business leaders, navigating through many different twists and turns with their sign and advertising business here in the Southwest Ohio region. And if you're new to this series, I encourage you to go out and like and follow and subscribe and follow the Business Spotlight series. That way you'll be able to not only come back and watch this overview, but also the future ones that we publish as well. So Jane, Peyton, maybe just take a minute, introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about Sign Connection, maybe how you got started and what's some of the focus areas of the business.
I can go first. So I'm Jane, and this is, we're coming in from Sign Connection, and we are a visual communications company located here in Dayton, and we mostly work with small businesses, medium-sized businesses, businesses that are opening, businesses that are moving to a new space, businesses that are trying to create a new brand for themselves, and that's our specialty, to help them.
So I'm Peyton. I joined Sign Connection not that long ago. I joined in May. I have been in marketing now for several years. I'm actually from Destin, Florida, and I worked in marketing for real estate there, which is obviously a really large industry along the coast. So I have been on the team now for like 6 or 7 months, and I've been loving it and loving to help all types of businesses grow, not just one specific uh, niche, I guess.
Well, hey, this question may be more particular for Jane. So how did you get started in the business? How long have you been owning the business? And maybe we'll talk through kind of your role as the owner. What's a day in the life like for you?
We got started 27 years ago, and we were looking at franchises. My husband is in the business with me, and we went to the franchise show in Washington, D.C., and we actually got in touch with a company that is not a franchise company. It's a business opportunity company called Sign World, and they helped us get into a business that at the time we knew nothing about. We were intrigued by some type of a marketing company. My husband's background is in paper science. Mine is in marketing. I have my bachelor's and my master's degree in marketing. And so that's how we ended up in the sign business.
So you hit on this partially, but maybe talk through who are your target customer? Who are your ideal customers that you're going after? How do you identify them?
The types of customers that we go after that we like to work with are businesses that are opening, businesses that are moving, but also we do all types of visual communications. So we also like to work with companies that have fleets that we can do signage on their vehicles. What else, Peyton?
I think the biggest thing would be rebranding. We focus on a larger, I guess, point of view than we're not really going after doing one sign. We're going after working on the visual aspect of branding for an entire company. Whether that's through, multiple ways of visual communication, like she said, like the fleets, but it's more about, I think, businesses that are interested in focusing less on signs and more on the bigger picture.
So what is it you wish more people knew about your business?
probably that the value of signs and that it's less something that you have to have per code and more something that can actually really help your business succeed and grow, is what I would say.
Mhm. That we don't really just sell signs, that we create brand and image for a company so that, you know, that's something that they can use as something valuable that will help them grow and succeed.
So both of you seem to have, you know, really deep marketing background. So that's a great lead in to the next question. So what are some of your top marketing strategies you found to be most fruitful for you, right? And how much of your budget do you set aside, you know, monthly, annually, then for your own promotion of your business as well?
I think my biggest marketing strategy has pretty much always been knowing your market, because I think there are very few companies in the world probably that their market is everybody. So you're not trying to market to everybody. Who is your customer? Who are you trying to reach? And then go from there.
Mhm. We have a criteria that we go through in order to um, help our customers. We try to be creative in the stuff that we recommend for them. Um, and
We think outside the box. We
We
do
do.
fun things. Like, for example, we did a team outing a couple weeks ago, and we went axe throwing, and they had this really cool sign in there that was very different and it was very unique. And I instantly thought of one of my customers who it would just fit so perfectly in their space. And I reached out. And so we think outside the box and we come up with, you know, custom solutions for our customers instead of like selling a product off the shelf.
Are there certain channels that are your best lead generation sources?
We do a fair amount of online marketing. A good portion of our budget goes to that. But um, you know, just to get a lead online is not enough. We also do a decent amount of networking, both of us in different groups. And our goal is to create a relationship with our customers so that they just have a good experience working with us. We try to exceed their expectations.
Another huge facet of our marketing, I think we're fortunate in that what we're doing is visual. And so if we can make sure our customer has a really great experience, the world, everyone's seeing our stuff out there. And we've had, you know, people ask, "Oh, who did your sign? That's awesome. I love that." And as long as the customer experience was good, you know, we can really count on referrals too.
So I think I heard Jane talk about the budget. So do you like dedicate a certain percentage of revenues to, you know, ongoing marketing initiatives, or do you just you kind of take on the opportunities as you see them come?
More taking on the opportunities as we see them come, but you know, everyone has a budget for all portions of their business, and so, you know, what we try and do is build on what we have, but also realize that we can't continue to do the same thing over and over year after year and still continue to grow. So we try to build on what we have and just add to it every year.
So Jane, 27 years, right? Right. You've seen, I'm sure, some twists and turns, some hills and valleys during that time. Maybe share a roadblock or two that were the largest that you had to overcome, and how did you go about doing that? What did you learn from those experiences?
Um, you know, I wouldn't really consider anything a roadblock. I mean, there's challenges with every business. Um, you know, we have seen the sign business evolve from just vinyl cutters all the way up to full color printers, and just keeping up with technology and you know, keeping up with the online marketing and just evolving with all the changes that continue to happen all the time in the business world.
I'm curious, since it's still relatively near COVID, how did that impact your business? Any particular adjustments and pivots that you had to make as a result of that?
Well, we were fortunate in that the sign business was considered an essential business. And we did a lot of COVID signs, the floor graphics and, you know, all the signage that told people, where they could go and, the safety precautions and that type of thing. Um, and we did send our people to work from home for about a month, and then slowly but surely we tag teamed and brought them back. And we were probably one of the first types of businesses that was able to bring their entire workforce back. We took advantage of the government programs where we could keep everyone on payroll, and everyone was able to come back, and we really didn't skip a beat.
Good. Hey, thank you for sharing that in more depth. So you talked about, hey, that journey over the last 27 years. So, where do you see the business going from here? What's your vision for the next 3 to 5 years? How do you see you growing and evolving from here?
Do you have any comments about that?
I think Jane would love to go spend some more time in Florida every year. I think Jane believes this too. I believe that businesses grow as long as the business owner and the staff are accepting of fluidity. Like, nothing's going to say this, like, during COVID, she did floor graphics for stand 6 feet apart from each other. And as long as you're willing to accept the change in the world, I don't see any reason why the business wouldn't grow anymore. I think everyone at Sign Connection wants the business to succeed and grow as much as we possibly can. So we set rather lofty goals, and we very specific action steps to complete those goals, both personally and professionally as a company. And I don't think we have a cap for, I don't think Jane has a cap for how big Sign Connection can get and how much business we can do. I think we want to be experts in our area and keep growing every single year.
So in terms of the footprint that you cover in terms of your customer base, are they mostly in this region or locally, or is it more geographically spread out?
The majority of our customers are more local, Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus. But thanks to Sign World, the network that Jane talked about at the very beginning, we can do business with anyone nationally, because we can fabricate anything or get fabricated anything that we need to, work on the custom sign solution, graphics, and then partners in the network can work on installation, surveys, and things like that. So really, the world is our oyster.
Okay. So good. The potential customers everywhere then. That's good. You mentioned this a little bit about team before, especially obviously many adjustments going through the pandemic. So, what have you learned about growing and building a strong team over the last few years? And how are you putting those kind of learnings in place within your current team? And maybe just take a minute to kind of talk about the structure of your current team.
Well, the workforce has changed a little bit since COVID. And, there are a lot of people that are working from home, where we used to focus a lot on in-person meetings with people, and now we're able to do them, virtually, or, sometimes even go out and gather information for people and get back with them without always having to meet in person. But our business, personally, we focus a lot on culture, and that's something that I think that we value a lot and our team members value a lot, and it's not something that we skip. Sometimes, you feel like you don't have time to get together to talk about the systems that are going to make everyone's job the easiest, to keep the company moving forward. But we have meetings every week and everyone participates, and it's worked out really well.
I think too, something I thought about the other day was Our industry is very, I like to think different in that we have to work as a team, probably more than other industries, because one product gets moved to the whole team. It's not something that, I do that somebody else on the team doesn't have any part in because, the Kim or admin assistant, she takes the call. She gives it to me. I sell the sign. It was my idea. I don't design the sign. It goes to design. Okay, well, the designer's not fabric, so on and so forth. And so we really have to work really, really close together because it's not everything will get lost in community. It'll be like the game of telephone and everything will get lost in communication along the way. So we work, like Jane said, very hard to work together as a team because we have to in order to be successful.
Right.
Sure.
And to give our customers.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Because if I'm not communicating with the people in the middle, then I'm the one that communicated with the customer and their experience isn't going to be good because it's going to get lost in translation what they wanted at the end. So also take longer or whatever. So yeah, we work as a team a lot.
So Peyton mentioned a couple like different departments or functions. So how large is your team? And then maybe share just some of the key departments you had. You talked something about fabrication, design. What other groups do you have, and what's your total workforce?
We have administrative department, then sales and marketing, design, fabrication, production, and installation. So there's several departments. There's 8 of us total here. I mean, every department kind of depends on the department ahead of them in order to keep things moving. And so we have another thing that we do on a regular basis is work on our systems. And that's just to make sure that everybody knows where we want to go, how to get there, and what their part in that is, and everybody holds each other accountable for all that going on.
Outstanding. That's great. So you mentioned that since the pandemic, the workforce has changed. So now as you go to fill open positions, are there certain qualities that you really hone in on that you're looking for?
Absolutely. We look for team members that will fit in with our current team because we have a great team here. And the entire team actually meets with a new candidate in order to give that candidate an idea of what what it's like here. And then maybe you can talk a little bit more about that, Peyton, because you just went through it.
Yeah, so I met with, on the job post that Jane had posted, it was very clear that culture was very important. And I have found in my experience that that's what I look for in jobs, in a career. Was I wanted a career to stay, but I knew I could learn certain things, but I couldn't. The people there are the people there, and I wanted to make sure I fit right in. And when I walked in, Jane told me that I would be meeting with the whole team, and I was like, "Oh wow!" I was like, "Okay," but it was actually really nice because everyone was super friendly and sociable, and everyone here is very eclectic. Like everyone is super into certain things, and we really just help each other out and support each other. And everyone really is very different, but all works together very well. And so I was actually really appreciative that I got to meet everybody before I was ever offered the job because I knew right then and there that, yep, everyone's good. I'm going to get along with everybody. I wasn't worried about any of that. And I think vice versa.
Absolutely.
Good. Thanks for sharing that real world example, right? Having recently gone through that. So a great way to reinforce the culture and have, full team buy-in as you bring new folks into the team. So if I could give you a jar of magic powder and you could take that magic powder and sprinkle it on just one area, one challenge within the business, and it would fix that issue or make that issue go away, what would you do with that powder? What would be the area you'd focus on?
So like every business, we have challenges on a day-to-day basis. what we try to do is focus on each area individually, like the financial part, the sales and marketing, cultural part, and the operational part of our business. And depending on what's happening, we'll give more focus to one of those categories. But usually there's not really a challenge that you can't overcome if you give it the proper focus at the time that it's happening. It's when you don't give it that focus and it spirals out of control that it creates more of a challenge.
So any particular area though, whether that's
I have a black and white answer for you.
yeah.
In our industry, we have a lot of technology. I mean, if this is our biggest problem, we're doing pretty good. But
Yeah.
we design on computers, we code on computers, printers and plotters and routers, everything is. If I could sprinkle magic powder, it would be that technology worked perfectly, seamlessly every single day, no matter what. That's what my magic.
That's yeah.
All right. Okay, good. So as if you were going to give advice to yourself, it was 27 years ago, right? You were starting a business. So think of other business owners out there who are early in their business ownership journey. What advice would you give yourself or to those folks?
Well, my advice would be, and you're going to like this one, Todd, that everyone should work with a business coach. The coach will hold you accountable. They'll be able to give you more insight about things that are going on in your business. They'll help you grow. They help you focus on your business plan. I personally just started working with a business coach about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's made an incredible difference in our business. And I wish I would have started earlier and had that focus on the financials and the systems and all the things that every component, just working on it on a regular basis like that.
Good. No, that's great feedback. I have to love that. So before we get into the final question, then how can folks who are interested in learning more about Sign Connection, how can they best connect with you, reach out and or follow you?
Well, we're on all social media platforms. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I guess these days that's not all, but that's what we're on. Personally, I have a LinkedIn, Peyton Leet, and I think Jane has a LinkedIn as well. And also our website is signconnectioninc.com, and that has pictures, some examples of some of the projects we've worked on and stuff like that. Social media is more current, but you can also contact us through the website.
And if you contact us, we can sign you up for our newsletter that we send out once a month. And it usually has types of projects that we've been working on and a lot of pictures of the work that we've completed. And it's really pretty exciting.
Good. No, great way to stay connected with folks. So for those out there, I encourage you to reach out, learn more, check out their website, contact them and get on their ongoing newsletter. The final question though, what are you most inspired about today?
Well, on a day-to-day basis, we're inspired by helping our customers. We focus on our customers every day, all the time, and we just always strive to exceed their expectations and just give them a good experience.
I agree. I love when email a follow-up to somebody and I get a bunch of exclamation points back at the end of the email, or a positive review, or someone just texting me or emailing me how much they love their projects, and like she said, how much it exceeded what they wanted and never even dreamed was possible with their space. So that's really what makes it all worth it at the end, is seeing the customer's excitement. So I think that inspires them after that.
And helping them grow.
Helping them grow. Right. Yeah. You truly are a business that helps others grow as well. So, well, Jane, Peyton, thank you for joining us today, taking just a little bit of time out to share some of your journey, your lessons as well. Again, encourage folks to reach out and connect with Sign Connection. And again, to the viewers here today, if you're new to the Business Spotlight, encourage you to like us, as well as go ahead and subscribe so you can also receive future broadcasts that we have as well. So again, thank you, Jane and Peyton, and to all the viewers. Hope you have a terrific day. Thank you.